Hello, welcome to Coping with Donald. This is Phil, and this is the channel where I ask you to join me as we lock arms and march deeper and deeper into dictatorship, authoritarian, Nazi 1930s Germany, farther and farther, one day at a time. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Israel again. Bibi Netanyahu is very similar to Trump in some ways. He was being investigated by the government for corruption. And not that I'm biased. Well, yeah, I'm biased. I'm sure he was guilty of it. He just has the look. And Trump makes friends with people who grift. Trump makes friends with people who steal. He loves those people. And he loves to pardon those people. Okay? So Trump actually got involved and threatened Israel. A president of the United States threatening Israel, saying that if they don't put off or drop the charges against Netanyahu, he will withhold money. So he's trying to rule another country from over here. In essence, corrupting their system of justice, because it's not enough just to corrupt ours. And you know that I feel that just giving all this money to Israel is not putting America first. Okay? Israel's just fine. Iran was not attacking Israel. They say, oh, they funded those people. Israel annihilated Gaza. Bibi Netanyahu is a war criminal. As much as the people behind the invasion of Israel that killed over 1,000 people and took some hostages, as much as they're war criminals, Bibi Netanyahu is 50,000 times worse than that. He's doing the same thing that Trump did by wanting to be president so he doesn't ever have to go to jail for his crimes. And Trump influenced Israel, and Israel listened to him. Trump wants to make decisions for the rest of the world, which is why Canada, Australia, and Europe are running away. And who can blame them? So Israel kind of canceled the proceedings. Anybody out there who's got a trial coming up, see if you can use the same persuasion. Get Donald Trump to threaten your municipality or something like that. It appears to work. What a shame. In Florida now we are starting to build the famous alligator Alcatraz in the middle of nowhere. Florida seized the land, and they'll decide what to pay later. Not make an agreement, they'll just tell the counties what they're going to pay them. One thing that was interesting about this arrangement is that apparently it's going to cost $245 per bed per day. And remember when we had people running around complaining about, oh, the immigrants are in hotels and we're paying for it? Well, Florida's not going to pay for it. You know who's going to pay for it? Florida will be reimbursed by FEMA. The same FEMA that is nowhere to be seen in North Carolina and Tennessee and Kentucky. And when we have a hurricane here in Florida, they will be nowhere to be seen. But they will be paying for this facility because Trump hates immigrants so much. He hates immigrants so much that Garcia man, the man that Trump has taken a personal hatred for because he didn't go quietly to El Salvador's prison for the rest of his life, Trump has him under arrest here. He is saying he's a human smuggler and blah, blah, blah. And Trump found somebody who's been in and out of prison, mostly in, for the past 10 years, himself an immigrant. He found somebody who will testify against Garcia. I mean, a real reliable witness. The only worst witness would be Trump himself or maybe Rudy Giuliani. But he found somebody to testify against Garcia, who's been in and out of jail for human smuggling for 10 years, saying that Garcia was a smuggler. And his reward to that guy, a real honest citizen and all-around fine guy, I'm sure, is to assure him he won't be sent away for a year. So he gave him a bribe. The same way he gave Lisa Murkowski a bribe to vote for the big, beautiful bill, or at least pass it along through committee. By the way, I want to bring you back to Obama's health care. To get the last few votes for Obama's health care, he had to promise certain things to Nebraska, remember? And they had cute names for it, like the Nebraska Weska or something like that, whatever it was. There were like 4 senators that he gave away special conditions to in order to get that through. Well, Trump did the same thing with Murkowski. Does anybody see the similarities? No, because we're living in an America where we're arm in arm, skipping down the path into pre-World War II Germany. Yay! So, it's always, with the Republicans, when we do it, it's okay. When you do it, we're going to talk about it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So when there's no FEMA money, because it went into these detention places, keep that in mind. Keep it in mind as we skip down the path. To be honest, we really are, when Trump said you won't have a country anymore, well, we don't have a country anymore. We certainly don't have that country anymore. And anybody who thinks this country is better really should move to an authoritarian place like a North Korea or something, because that's what they want. And they do it so that Elon Musk will pay less in taxes, and Jeff Bezos will pay less in taxes and have big weddings. Not even in this country. Okay, that was one more thing. Oh, I gotta put this in. The big beautiful bill has special things attached to it that will, in essence, make sure that people who were on the ACA, Affordable Care Act, under Medicaid expansion, those people will lose that money. The Medicaid within the government in those states will receive less and less money over the next few years, phasing it out, kicking people off of health care. And the guy who was behind all that, the guy I've been warning you about for years, Senator Rick Scott, who would be fine with 85% of America homeless on the street, without food or health care, and then, I guess, either shoot them or arrest them for being homeless. So, keep that in mind as we skip down the path. Well, we're already down the path. This is fascism. The Supreme Court said that they're making it hard for people to protest against what Trump wants, to challenge it in court even. I don't know if we're more like Hitler, or if he's more like the Wizard of Id, not the Wizard of Id, but the king in the Wizard of Id, if you're old enough to remember that cartoon. It was a good cartoon. The king was very short, very authoritarian, and a jerk. So we've got somebody who's very fat, very authoritarian, and a jerk. God help us. The people leading us down to ruin, the ones who voted for Trump, and I hate this term because it's so overused, if you don't wake up, you're going to wish you were never born, okay? This is Phil, skipping along to ruin with all of you. Have a great night on June 30th.